Welcome back to Cord Cutting Today, where we break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting, including today, Dish wants to take on Comcast, Spectrum, and more by offering cheap home internet. Comcast says they will not be abandoning traditional cable TV, much like how Spectrum is going streaming first. They have no intentions of doing that for now. And DirecTV says they want to stop overpaying Bally Sports. They think that Bally Sports is getting money they shouldn't because they're paying them for channels and games that are no longer airing on the network. These stories and a whole lot more are coming up here in a quick second. First though, if you're new here, you can find all these stories that I talk about in the show notes down below and in the first pinned comment if you want to learn more about them. Also, do me a big favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, let YouTube know you enjoy what we do here so YouTube recommends our videos to more people, helping us grow and hopefully helping you break free from the high cost of cable TV. With that said, let's dive into the stories. Starting off with DirecTV, let's start off with Dish. Dish says they want to offer cheap, affordable home internet to compete with people like SpaceX, Verizon, T-Mobile, Comcast, Spectrum, and more by offering 5G home internet at an affordable price. Now, to do this, they need a little bit of help by the FCC. The FCC would need to approve them to use a spectrum that they own for this. It's currently not authorized, but there's been some talk of doing it. Well, Dish's president, CEO, whatever his role now is with the merger, is heading over to the FCC, had meetings with them to do two things. Encourage them to authorize Dish to sell 5G home internet, and secondly, to encourage them to offer them some of the billions of dollars they've set aside to expand 5G internet into rural America by offering 5G home internet. Now, this is great news. You know, I'm a big fan of competition. Even if you don't use this, competition helps keep your other service cheaper and affordable by putting pressure on them not to raise the rates by crazy or put horrible limitations on it. I honestly do believe that competition is one of the best things that's happened to home internet, and hopefully it will continue with that. But Cord Cutting 2.0 is continuing to grow, continuing to expand. We'll see how that all plays out. But for now, we'll have to wait. The FCC is going to have to approve Dish to use some of their spectrum for this 5G home internet service, and Dish is hopefully going to get their hands on part of that $3.6 billion. The FCC, that's how much they need there. The FCC has set aside millions of dollars to help expand it. Dish needs some billions to help complete the transfer of the money or the spectrum from T-Mobile to them. So let me know, would you consider getting home internet from Dish? Have you switched and tested out 5G home internet? Leave me a comment, let me know, no matter what the provider is on that. All right, Comcast says it will continue to offer traditional cable TV in our next story. Last week we learned that Spectrum was going to go streaming first for its new customers. They have that new Xumo streaming player. Now, not the Xumo streaming service, both owned by Comcast. This is a streaming player with a slightly confusing name. Apparently, some people have been confused by that. Well, Comcast says they will, when they start rolling out that Xumo player to their customers, it'll be focused on internet-only customers. Traditional cable TV customers will continue to receive the X1 streaming service with the exception of Now TV. Now TV is their streaming-only package, $20 a month. It comes with Peacock. Actually, not a bad deal if you're an internet customer. That will get the Xumo streaming player. So Comcast, no interest at this time in shutting down their service for that. All right, let's keep moving along. DirecTV has filed with the court over Bally's bankruptcy to say they are fine with Bally having some more time to get a so-called go-forwards plan. Bally Sports is in bankruptcy. This RSN needs a new plan to get out of bankruptcy. They're asking the judge for more time, but Bally Sports apparently is still charging them, DirecTV, full price as if they were still running Bally Sports Arizona and they still had all the teams they previously owned or had rights to, but no longer air their games. DirecTV says they want some relief from this. They're pushing the judge to help them get relief, a new contract to be created so that they wouldn't have to pay all these companies out there for all these channels and all these games that they're no longer actually offering. So we'll see how that plays out. Question for you, do you think Bally Sports is going to make it through bankruptcy? Question of the day, get your prediction in now. Will Bally Sports come out the other side? Let's just assume that it probably won't be with all the sports and all the channels they offer now, but will they actually survive this at all? Leave me a comment, let me know. All right, one of the most common questions we get is about YouTube TV. How popular is it? What's the most popular live TV service with streaming and cord cutting? Well, last week, The Athletic came out, which is owned by the New York Times, with a study that said YouTube TV is almost as popular as cable with sports fans and bigger than Hulu, DirecTV, Fubo, Sling combined. We say, okay, they surveyed football fans of this. What would happen if we survey cord cutters? So we surveyed hundreds of you out here. Thank you so much to everybody who did our poll over our Cord Cutters News tech support group, link in the show notes on Facebook. And according to you, 46% of you use YouTube TV. Now, if you add up all Sling, Hulu, DirecTV Stream, Fubo, and Vidgo, they're still larger than all those combined with it. Excuse me, they're larger than Sling, Hulu, and DirecTV and all that combined. So with that, you can very well say that DirecTV is, or YouTube TV is absolutely dominating DirecTV, absolutely dominating Sling. And there's probably a lot of reasons for that. It does seem like they found a particular niche. And I know people are going to say, well, they don't have this channel or they don't have that channel. But this seems like they put together a bundle of channels that do satisfy a lot of people. I know a lot of people wish they had the RSNs. RSNs are very expensive. We talked last week about how a good chunk of mini bills are RSNs. On Comcast now, your RSN fee and your local broadcast AV fee is over $40 a month with that. So no surprise that YouTube TV is not very excited to offer those channels, but we'll see how it plays out. Leave me a comment. What's your favorite live TV streaming service? Does it surprise you that cord cutters and sports fans say YouTube TV is by far the dominant lead? Sometimes it makes you wonder about the estimates about YouTube TV having 5 to 6 million subscribers. Maybe are low. Maybe it's actually a whole lot more than that. We'll have to wait and see. All right, SpaceX has announced they intend to launch a ton of new rockets next year. If they hit their target goal of launches, they'll launch one on average every 2.5 days in 2024. According to the report, SpaceX is hoping, according to their executive team, to launch 144 rockets next year. That works out about 2.5 every day. That's up so far this year. They've launched 75 rockets at the time of this recording. They hope to have 100 rockets by the end of the year. Previously, they had been averaging one every week or so, over 3 or 4 days. They want to get that down to one every 2.5 days on average. Now, of course, some rockets could launch maybe 2 or 3 rockets back to back, then have a bigger gap. But on average over the year, it would work out to 2.5. Quite impressive. A lot of these will be for Starlink, their home internet service. Some of these, though, will be NASA projects and other companies who are buying space on their rockets. We'll see if that new mega rocket they're about to launch, Starship, will get off the ground next year. They're sure hoping it will. We'll see how it all plays out. And we talked recently about, in our next story up, how FCC has officially announced that they wanted to do net neutrality. They've officially voted to start the process of looking into net neutrality. A pretty party line vote. They have agreed to proceed forward for public comment and other steps they need to do in order to make net neutrality an official rule once again. Again, probably take them, let's just say, ballpark of a year for them to pass this if they fast track it, and to set a date for it to take effect. AT&T's already come out and said we intend to object to this, and we intend to challenge it and go from there. We'll see how it all plays out. But net neutrality is on the docket. It's moving forward. Public comments will probably start soon. When we get that, we'll share with you how you can leave a public comment on it. All right, let's dive into the question of the day. If you have a question for me, leave a comment down below in this video and start off with a question for Luke, for example, and then I'll answer it maybe in tomorrow's video. I'll pick 1 or 2 questions. But I need questions. Leave me comments down below. Start off with a question for Luke so I know it's for the videos. But one of the big questions I've been getting a lot is, are free services like Tubi, Pluto TV, Crackle, and more profitable? And if not, when will they become profitable? I think some of them are profitable, some of them are not profitable. And some of them are profitable for different reasons. For Pluto TV, owned by Paramount, a big part of Pluto TV is to push Paramount subscriptions. That's why we see older Paramount seasons of shows come on Pluto TV for free before the new season comes, hoping they'll hook you up on it, and then you go get Paramount Plus and pay the money. Wouldn't surprise me at all to see that Pluto TV will become profitable on its own. I think Paramount sees Pluto TV not only as a way to generate additional revenue, but B, as a way to promote its paid services. That's why so many people are getting into it. A lot of these companies don't specifically break out them, but I have heard rumors that several of these companies are profitable, even if it's just slightly. It kind of varies on the company and what they're doing. Somebody like Paramount and Fox, for example, who owns rights to a lot of this content, doesn't need to pay an arm and a leg to get content, can become a lot more profitable for Pluto TV and Tubi faster. But I do think that those will continue to grow. We've seen a huge surge in popularity of free ad-supported services. I don't think that's going anywhere anytime soon. Well, that's it for today. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you have any questions. I'd love to hear from you. Otherwise, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, let YouTube know you enjoy what we do here so YouTube recommends our videos to more people. We would really appreciate it. Until next time, take care, be safe. I'll talk to you all again real soon.